all on my lane. You all on my lane. You ain't overlooked. So get out the way. I gave you the book. I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you Nino. Plenty pitching, whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it hunting like a C-note. Switching, keep it pimping every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we got the most incredible funnel cakes. So first off, we're gonna do is we're gonna get a cup of buttermilk followed by a cup of carnation milk. And I know that seems weird, but buttermilk and carnation milk gonna make this thing extra delicious. So get those mixed in together, and once you get that mixed in, we're gonna add 3 whole eggs. Make sure they're large eggs, especially following this recipe. So 3 whole large eggs. We're gonna get that combined into that buttermilk and carnation milk mixture. Now that buttermilk is gonna keep these things extra moist, and it's gonna give you a little tang on the back that's gonna counter that sweetness. So adding the buttermilk is gonna be an absolute treat. Just check it out. Next up, after we get this all mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and get our flour mixed up. So our flour, we got 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and then we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, followed by 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So that's 2 teaspoons of baking powder, followed by 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna get that mixed in. Make sure you add that salt because that salt is gonna help balance that sugar as well. Then we're gonna add in our sugar to our wet mixture, and that is 1/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar, followed by a tablespoon of turbinado sugar, which is sugar in the raw. So that sugar in the raw is going to give this like kind of like a molasses type flavor. Make sure you add that sugar in the raw because it's going to make this thing extra delicious. Then we're going to go ahead and add our dry mixture to our wet mixture. We're going to add it in thirds so we don't have any lumps in this batter. We want this batter completely smooth. It's the opposite of a pancake batter. This batter is going to be 100% completely smooth. So we're going to go ahead and get all that batter mixed in. Make sure that batter is smooth. And once you get that batter mixed up, we're going to add in the remaining of the batter. So I said in thirds. So we got our first half, our second half mixed in. Then we added our third half in. And once you get it to where it's smooth, and you can pick that whisk up and it just flows down evenly, we're ready. So we're gonna transfer that batter into our Pyrex container or our Pyrex measuring cup, and from that, look how smooth that batter is. It's like cake batter almost. And from the Pyrex container, we're gonna transfer it into a squeeze bottle. Now you can use a funnel if you want, but some funnels got large holes and some small holes, so it won't be consistent. So I just used a squeeze bottle, and I cut my top on the squeeze bottle to make it where it's the perfect size, because once we pipe it in there, it's going to kind of once we pipe it in the oil, it's going to kind of puff up because of the baking powder. So this squeeze bottle will give you the perfect amount when squeezing it into it, so you don't necessarily need a funnel. Now cooking oil is at 364, 365. I pretty much would like it at 350, but once I put this cool batter into this oil, it should drop it down to 350. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, just make sure your oil is at 350. And that's plain vegetable oil. Make sure it's the oil that you haven't cooked anything in, because you don't want the osmosis to, like if you cook chicken in there, you don't want your funnel cake to taste like chicken. Just make sure it is a clean, fresh oil, and it's a neutral flavor oil with a high smoke point. So we're gonna get that batter going in that oil, and these things cook very fast. So about 2.5 minutes on each side. You'll see the bubbles coming through, and once you see the brown appearing a little bit from the bottom, you're gonna go ahead and flip it. And once you flip it, like I said, another 2.5 minutes and it'll be done. Look at that, it's golden brown and delicious. Oh my goodness. And this is how you do a funnel cake. You can alter the recipe and make it more sweeter or make it less sweet, but always remember and you're gonna put sugar and toppings on the end. So you don't want to make the cake too sweet, because at the end it'll be too sweet. And that's why I balanced it out with the buttermilk, because the buttermilk will cut through a lot of that sweetness and give you a little tang on the back. So it'll be an extra flavor element. But once the funnel cake is ready, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna plop it over a paper towel. And then we're gonna go ahead and dress this thing with some Cinnamon Toast Crunch sugar. And this right here is just my base to give me that Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. Like I said, this is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, a funnel cake. So this Cinnamon Toast Crunch sugar or Cinnamon Toast Crunch seasoning blend is going to give us all the flavors of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch without having to add the cereal to it. And then on top of that Cinnamon Toast Crunch seasoning, we're going to go ahead and add the powdered sugar. Now you can remove the paper towel at this point because it done blotted all the oil out. And then we're going to go ahead and dredge it with some nice powdered sugar. Now you could put how much or how less you want. Traditionally, powdered sugar is what goes on there. Some people like to put fresh strawberries, caramel, but I'm traditional, man. I just like a little of the powdered sugar, and I did add the Cinnamon Toast Crunch sugar, but you know, that's how I like it. And then I'll put a little dollop of whipped cream on there. I said sour cream. I put a little dollop of whipped cream on there just to give us some more of that sweetness and something to dunk in. So there you have it, man. And then you see me sprinkle the top with a little more of that Cinnamon Toast Crunch seasoning blend. But yeah, man, there you have it, man. The most incredible funnel cake. Man, this is another recipe for the kids out there. You can't get to the fair this year, or you can't get to the amusement park. Try this recipe out at your house, man. This is incredible. Incredible. Thank you guys for checking this video out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. The most incredible funnel cake or French toast funnel cake or Cinnamon Toast Crunch funnel cake. I'm out.